need to roar to command respect. They don't need to spill blood to claim power. Across the vast African savannas, where the temperature can reach 104 degrees Fahrenheit and life constantly dances on the edge of death, the strongest isn't always the largest. It's the one who knows how to wait for the perfect moment. A fully grown male lion weighs over 550 pounds, hears sounds from 5 miles away, and tracks territory through pheromones left in the wind. He doesn't chase, he controls. This is not just a hunter. This is the living brain of an entire ecosystem. His eyes don't just see, they measure, assess, warn. Each glance is a silent command. Every step is dominance without a word. And wherever he walks, every living creature knows it. Nature has its own order. The lion defines that order. This isn't the story of a predator. This is the story of a ruler, an uncrowned king, governing through instinct and millions of years of evolutionary precision. Territory in the wild isn't drawn with borders. It's marked by signals of will and the scent of warning. When a lion rubs against a tree or marks a patch of grass, it's not just habit, it's a biological map written in scent. Each molecule left behind speaks one unspoken message. This land is guarded. Outsiders won't see a fence, but they'll feel danger waiting. Paw prints in the dirt aren't just remnants. They're challenges, they're claims. No roar, no clash, just presence. Delivered at the right time and place is enough to make others back away. This is not a game of brute strength. This is a battlefield of nerves, control, and silent pressure that suffocates. Few creatures make lions hesitate. The rhino is one of the rare exceptions. It's not fast, it's not aggressive, but it carries a weapon even instinct respects, a horn that can pierce any predator's skin. At a shallow watering hole, a lone rhino drinks under the burning heat. A lioness watches, not from hunger but caution. A rhino is not typical prey, but a weak, old, or wounded one might be. The pride gathers, no charge, no rush. They move in a slow arc, cutting off every escape. The rhino senses it, it turns. A tense silence hangs in the air. Each of its steps shakes the ground. Each lion's gaze is loaded with calculation. No one backs down. Then a roar, a rush. Two forces collide like clashing storms. The lion doesn't win. But this wasn't about victory. It was a reminder from nature that not every large creature is prey. Some survive not because they can run, but because they never need to. The rhino walks away with a few scratches. The lion retreats to the shade, unharmed, but changed. Not every clash ends in death. Some end in mutual respect. The elephant is a symbol of power, but even the strongest have their moments of weakness. When a baby elephant is separated from its herd, even for a moment, that's the opportunity lions wait for. This isn't a normal hunt. No chasing, no games. They move like soldiers, executing a plan scripted down to each breath. The baby elephant is 3 times their size, but it has no experience, no mother, nothing but its own confusion. There are no orders shouted. Each lioness moves into position silently, forming a closing trap. They don't leap like hungry beasts. They approach like strategists delivering a sentence. On paper, elephants can't be taken down. But in nature, immunity doesn't exist. One mistake is all it takes. Field research from Okavango and Tsavo shows that in the dark, when herds are scattered and vision fades, lions strike more effectively than ever. Every attack is a race against time. Young elephants grow fast. Miss today and tomorrow might be too late. The lions don't wait. They strike before the prey even realizes it's been targeted. No roars, only dust, blood, and the stillness of an inevitable end. At dawn, the herd returns. They find the remains, they touch the ground. They trumpet in mourning. Then they move on. To them, it's a loss. To the lions, it's a reminder. Even giants must tread carefully. From the outside, a lion pride seems united. They hunt together, rest together, guard territory together. But inside, it runs on a different logic, an instinct-driven political system of rivalry and constant power shifts. There are no elections, no written rules, only power, proven through claws and the will to survive. At the center of it all are the lionesses. They remember territories, pass on hunting strategies, raise the next generation, but they don't control the bloodline. Only the dominant males mate. The others wait in the shadows, ready to strike at any mistake. A pride may have 2 or 3 males, but they are not friends. They're temporary allies, each one dreaming of the throne, and every one of them knows the lion beside them today could be the one trying to kill them tomorrow. Survival isn't just about living, it's about imprinting your name in the next generation's genes. That's why betrayal isn't random, it's inevitable. When a new coalition takes over a pride, the first act is brutal. Eliminate all cubs still nursing. Not out of cruelty, but because instinct demands it, to force the lionesses into heat again and bear offspring carrying the victor's blood. Science calls it genetic reset, cruel but effective. Even as the sun rises and falls, within the pride, power is never stable. Every step, every growl, every glance could signal the beginning of a coup. There are no neutral corners here. You're either in the genetic map or erased as if you never existed. The only thing holding a pride together from the inside? Fear, not of pain, but of being left out of the chain of life. In the world of lions, even betrayal serves evolution. By day, the lion leads, but at night it becomes something else entirely. Darkness doesn't put the wild to sleep, it sharpens it. And in that darkness, lions reveal their greatest strength, the ability to move like air. Unlike leopards or hyenas, lions don't hunt by luck. They strategize, they divide, they execute like a practiced unit. Their night vision is multiple times sharper than ours. They read movements through reflected light in their eyes. Every look is a calculation. Every step, a move on a chessboard of survival. Lionesses fan out in arcs or close in from 2 directions, pushing prey into corners where escape is impossible. No warning, no wasted sound. The night belongs to the calm and the cold. An antelope at the front of the herd sleeps light, ears twitching at each breeze. But what's approaching isn't wind. In a second, the herd fractures. Paws slam dirt. Breath bursts like small explosions. Only 1 in 4 hunts ends in a kill. But at night, that chance doubles. Not from luck, but because the dark no longer betrays them. Under a moonless sky, the pride becomes a silent symphony of death. They give no signals. They don't speak. Each lion knows exactly when to move, as if they all hear a rhythm only they understand. If the prey escapes tonight, it won't sleep the same again, because tomorrow night, the hunters will return, not to try their luck, but to finish what was started. Not every threat can be fought with claws and strength. Some forces make raw power meaningless. One of those forces is water. When the rains come, dry rivers explode into muddy torrents filled with hidden dangers. Herds of antelope, zebras, and buffalo migrate, chasing green pastures and fresh water. And lions, though apex predators, are not exempt. They must follow, not for adventure, but because hunger never takes a season off. But crossing a river isn't like hunting. Beneath the murky surface, eyes lie still, waiting. Nile crocodiles, some stretching over 16 feet, with bone-crushing jaws, need only one burst to drag an adult lion down. They do not fear lions. They wait for the perfect moment. Yet lions don't cross recklessly. They observe every ripple, sniff the dirt, and feel the pull of the current through their paws. Each step is a calculation. There is no room for error. Biologists have discovered that lions can temporarily memorize terrain, using wind patterns, sunlight, and even vibrations underwater to find the safest crossing points. They don't rely on brute strength. They use evolved memory to lead the way. That's why most crocodile ambushes fail, not because crocs are weak, but because lions don't give them the chance. Once the pride is across, hunger is postponed for another day. The sun sets behind the water, still foaming with bubbles. No one cheers, no celebration. The greatest victory is survival. Because in a world where even the mighty can be dragged into the mud, the lion persists not through force, but through a weapon no creature can measure, a terrifyingly accurate intuition. And so, the journey doesn't end with a kill. It ends with a step across the edge of life and death. Silent but unshaken. No drums, no fanfare. Just a creature that crossed a death zone without leaving a trace. And the world behind it, though silent, acknowledges one truth. It is still here, and it never stopped moving. If the wild speaks to something deep in you, make sure to hit like and subscribe. Nature never runs out of stories, and we'll be right here to tell them with you.